Imagine a Honda CR-V that looks sharper, feels more premium, and brings the kind of technology and efficiency that could make many larger SUVs think twice. The 2026 Honda CR-V is here to prove that practical doesn't have to mean boring. Hi everyone, welcome back to Motor Zone YouTube channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 2026 all-new Honda CR-V, one of the most recognizable names in the compact SUV world. The CR-V has built its reputation on practicality, reliability, comfort, and everyday usability, but this latest model aims to push that formula further with a more sophisticated design, a technology-focused cabin, electrified powertrain options, and the kind of refined driving experience modern SUV buyers are looking for. From the first glance, the 2026 Honda CR-V has a confident presence. Honda has continued with the modern design language introduced with the current generation, but the CR-V remains instantly recognizable. The body looks clean, mature, and purposeful, giving it a premium appearance without trying too hard to look aggressive. Up front, the CR-V features a wide grille that gives the SUV a stronger visual identity. Depending on the trim, the grille design can change, adding different finishes and details to create a more upscale or sportier appearance. The headlights are sleek and carefully integrated into the front design, giving the CR-V a modern face. LED lighting technology adds a crisp signature at night, while available fog light elements and lower bumper detailing help complete the front-end design. What makes the CR-V especially interesting is its balance. It doesn't rely on oversized grilles or dramatic styling tricks. Instead, Honda uses clean lines, a relatively upright front profile, and carefully shaped bodywork to create an SUV that should look just as good several years from now as it does today. Move around to the side, and the CR-V's proportions immediately make sense. The SUV has a long, practical body with a relatively large glass area, giving it a spacious appearance. Strong character lines run along the body, while the wheel arches add a little toughness to the overall design. The wheels also play a major role in the CR-V's personality. Depending on the trim level, buyers can expect different wheel designs and sizes, with larger alloy wheels giving higher trims a more premium appearance. The combination of the wheels, higher ride height, and clean body surfaces gives the CR-V a confident stance on the road. At the rear, the design remains simple but sophisticated. The tall taillights are one of the CR-V's most recognizable styling elements, extending vertically along the rear pillars. This gives the SUV a distinctive appearance from behind while also connecting it visually with previous generations. The rear hatch is wide and practical, which is exactly what you want from a family SUV. The bumper design is clean, and depending on the trim, you can get additional styling details that make the vehicle look more rugged or luxurious. Overall, the 2026 CR-V doesn't scream for attention. Instead, it has the kind of mature road presence that quietly tells you this is a well-designed modern SUV. And that philosophy continues when you open the doors. Inside the 2026 Honda CR-V, the focus is clearly on making everyday driving easier and more comfortable. The cabin has a clean horizontal layout, with controls positioned in logical places. Honda has avoided making the interior unnecessarily complicated, and that's something many drivers will appreciate. The dashboard features a modern design with a prominent infotainment display, while the familiar physical controls for important functions help keep the driving experience intuitive. Depending on the trim, the CR-V can offer a digital driver display, a larger central touchscreen, wireless smartphone connectivity, and other connected features. The infotainment system gives the cabin a modern feel without overwhelming the driver. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility make it easy to connect a smartphone, while available wireless connectivity means you can spend less time dealing with cables and more time focusing on the road. Higher trims take the experience further with premium materials, upgraded upholstery, additional convenience features, and enhanced audio technology. Depending on configuration, you can also find features such as wireless smartphone charging, heated front seats, a power-adjustable driver's seat, dual-zone climate control, and a power tailgate. But technology isn't the only reason the CR-V's cabin stands out. Space is one of its biggest strengths. The CR-V has always been designed around real-world practicality, and the 2026 model continues that tradition. There's generous room for front passengers, while rear seat passengers benefit from a comfortable seating position and useful legroom. That makes the CR-V particularly attractive for families. Whether you're driving to work, taking the kids to school, heading out for a weekend trip, or simply running errands around town, the cabin has the flexibility to handle everyday life. The rear seats can also be folded to increase cargo capacity, transforming the CR-V from a comfortable passenger vehicle into a surprisingly useful cargo hauler. Visibility is another important part of the experience. The upright SUV shape, large windows, and elevated driving position give the driver a commanding view of the road. For city driving and parking, available camera systems and parking assistance features can make maneuvering easier. And then there's Honda's approach to safety. The CR-V comes with Honda sensing safety and driver assistance technologies, depending on market and trim. These systems can include features such as collision mitigation braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, road departure mitigation, and traffic sign recognition. The goal isn't simply to make the vehicle feel technologically advanced. These systems are designed to provide an additional layer of confidence during everyday driving. Now let's talk about the part that really matters to driving enthusiasts: performance. The 2026 Honda CR-V is available with different powertrain configurations depending on the market, including gasoline and hybrid options. The hybrid version is particularly important because electrification has become a major part of the CR-V story. In the United States, the CR-V hybrid uses a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine combined with Honda's two-motor hybrid system. Depending on configuration, the hybrid setup produces around 204 horsepower, giving the CR-V a strong balance between performance and efficiency. The gasoline-powered versions use a 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine, with output around 190 horsepower in markets where that configuration is offered. Now, 190 or 204 horsepower may not sound like sports car territory, and it isn't. But that's not the mission of the CR-V. The goal is effortless everyday performance. Step on the accelerator, and the CR-V responds smoothly. The turbocharged engine delivers useful low-end and mid-range power, while the hybrid system adds its own electric assistance. The result is an SUV that feels comfortable merging onto highways, passing slower traffic, and climbing hills without constantly demanding maximum throttle. The hybrid models are especially interesting in city traffic. Electric assistance can make acceleration feel smooth and immediate, while the hybrid system constantly works to balance performance and fuel consumption. Depending on the version and driving conditions, the hybrid CR-V can deliver impressive fuel economy for an SUV of this size. Exact efficiency numbers vary by configuration, drivetrain, wheel size, and market, but the hybrid model is clearly designed for buyers who want lower fuel consumption without giving up the practicality of an SUV. Transmission behavior is also an important part of the CR-V experience. The hybrid system uses Honda's electronically controlled continuously variable transmission setup, designed to keep the powertrain operating efficiently. Instead of dramatic gear changes, the acceleration feels smooth and progressive. For drivers who prefer more traction, all-wheel drive is available on certain configurations. That's useful for wet roads, winter conditions, gravel roads, and other situations where additional traction can provide extra confidence. But perhaps the biggest strength of the CR-V isn't its outright power. It's how everything works together. The steering feels predictable, the suspension is tuned for comfort, and the chassis provides a stable feeling at highway speeds. The CR-V isn't trying to become a hardcore performance SUV. Instead, it gives you a relaxed, controlled driving experience that works extremely well for daily life. Around town, its elevated driving position makes traffic easier to monitor. On the highway, the cabin remains composed and comfortable. And on longer journeys, the combination of supportive seats, practical space, quiet operation, and driver assistance technology makes the CR-V a vehicle that you can genuinely spend hours in. And that's what makes the 2026 Honda CR-V so compelling. It doesn't need to reinvent the SUV formula to remain competitive. Instead, it takes the things Honda owners already value: reliability, practicality, efficiency, comfort, and usability, and combines them with a modern exterior, a more refined cabin, advanced technology, and electrified powertrain choices. The result is an SUV that can serve many different types of drivers. For a young professional, it's stylish and efficient. For a growing family, it's spacious and practical. For long-distance travelers, it's comfortable and economical. And for anyone who simply wants a dependable SUV that doesn't feel outdated, the CR-V remains a very strong option. So, is the 2026 Honda CR-V worth considering? If you're looking for extreme acceleration, a screaming exhaust note, or sports car handling, this probably isn't your SUV. But if you want a compact SUV that combines everyday comfort, smart technology, practical space, modern styling, strong efficiency, and a refined driving experience, the 2026 Honda CR-V makes a very convincing case. Honda has taken one of its most important SUVs and continued to evolve it without losing the qualities that made it popular in the first place. The 2026 CR-V isn't about showing off. It's about making every journey easier. And honestly, that's exactly what a great family SUV should do. So, what do you think about the 2026 Honda CR-V? Do you prefer the gasoline version, or would you choose the hybrid for better efficiency and smoother performance? Let us know your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this detailed look at the 2026 Honda CR-V, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to MotorZone, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest car reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next 1.8.